everybody. I haven't really had a good chat with you lately, so I thought I'd just spend this next, don't know how long, maybe 15-20 minutes talking to you about what's been going on. I have been sewing. Yes, I haven't not been sewing. I haven't felt in the mood like vlogging too much, so that, I don't know why. I just kind of thought, I don't know if it's the weather or if it's just not very, you know, I just wasn't in the mood. Anyway, but I have been sewing, and I've been sewing a lot of things. Well, you know, I was making the Donelle dress. I was turning those out by the pound load. I think I've done another 3 there. I'll show you what they're like. I've done another 3, and I think I've done another 6. And why have I made that many? Because I have a lot of jersey fabric, because I like the pattern, because I might only get one or two wears out of it, and if I do pass them on, I want something that's going to probably fit a lot of people. And the nice thing I found about the bust area is it's quite stretchy with it jersey, so it can cater for a fairly big bust and an even bigger bust. So that's why I made it, and I just like the pattern. I think, you know, really nice. But one of my viewers, and I can't remember who you are, I'll put your name there, I keep forgetting who they are, asked me if I would do a sew along, and I have made one of the dresses as a sew along, and so I'm busy putting that together. You will get to see that in hopefully the next few days. And the other day I was listening to the radio, and they were saying on our local radio that apparently what they're setting up are some places where people donate clothes, good clothes, for young girls or for anyone who's got a party, who can't afford to buy dresses, who can't afford to say for even prom dresses or whatever, and they can come along and they can get shoes, they can get handbags, they can get dresses in their size. So I thought, oh, that's rather interesting. So I may even offer to donate some of those dresses to those for young girls who may want to have something for a graduation or for any kind of party or something. And it's because, obviously, because of the cost of electricity and everything, a lot of families are struggling to find money for the school prom clothes, for other things. And I just figured, I've got all this fabric in the back here, I might make things just to donate as well to those kind of places. We've been in the process of getting his lordship's mother's flat done. John, who's been fitting a kitchen in, has finally fitted it, and he finished on the Sunday, last Sunday, and on the Monday, no, was it Monday? Barbara was supposed to be camping with the scouts over the weekend, but that was cancelled because of all the snow that we had. And so I think they had Monday to relax, and then, no, I tell a lie. He finished the kitchen on the Sunday. We took them out for an evening meal just to thank them for it. Then they went back. They live up north in my father's house, but when they're down in Leeds, where his lordship's mother is, where her house is, they stop in a caravan because all their family, they've got family around, and they are hardened campers. Scout leaders and cub leaders, they are hardened campers, and they have a caravan up in the moors, and when it was snowing they were stopping there in the snow. Anyway, we took them out for a meal, and then they went back to their caravan, and Monday, that was a Sunday night, they went back to their caravan, we went home, and then on the Monday Barbara's daughter took her across to Manchester, which is about an hour and a half's drive, and they stopped at a hotel on the Monday night, caught the plane on Tuesday to go off to Australia, and they're in Australia until I think it's about the end of April, beginning of May, because John has brother and son there, and he wants to go and see the new grandson that he hasn't seen. The grandson was born just before COVID and he hasn't been able to go and see them. So they've gone off to Australia, and I think while he's over there, his brother's got him fitting kitchens over there as well, so he's not going to be sitting there doing nothing. Anyway, they've gone to Australia. They arrived. I have a little app and I love it. This is my little app, and I don't know if this may just be a UK thing, but because we've got an airport here, I've found this little app, and it's called Flightradar. Flightradar 24. Is that focused very well? Flightradar 24. It's not showing very well there. But it comes up and it shows you, you can pay for to have it. But you can basically... Oh, look at that. I followed them right to Australia. I followed them. When they set off, I followed their flight right to Australia, and it shows you all the planes in the area in Australia. That's Australia, and it took them. I just thought it was great. I was watching when they took off. I saw when they flew from England to Dubai, and then they had to get off the plane for the plane to be refueled. Then they all got back on the plane, and the plane went off to Australia. They were flying to Melbourne, so I just thought it was fantastic. And as I say, it's called Flightradar 24. You can put in what flight it is and you can follow it all the way along. I thought it was fantastic. So let me just show you one it's good to watch actually. Say for example, where I live, there's nobody at the airport where we are at the moment. So let's take just above where I live. I don't know if you can see. Let's get you in focus. Come on. Just above where I live, there's a plane there. Can you see that plane? So if I touch on that plane, it tells me at the bottom where it's come from. It's come from Tel Aviv and it's going to New York. So that plane is from Tel Aviv and it's crossing the UK. Look at all those planes. All those planes are in the air at the moment, and it's crossed from, they actually show you the flight path. So it's come from down here somewhere. Where's Tel Aviv? There. It's come from Tel Aviv there in Lebanon, and it's gone up here, and it's actually just about to cross the UK in Newcastle. It's going over Newcastle, and then it carries on right the way across over the Scottish Islands, over the what I call the fingers. It's going to go that route there, all the way along there across the Atlantic. And yet you're seeing other planes there. There are other planes there. If I tapped on those, it'll tell you where they're going. And then it's going to go right the way there. See if I can get right to the other end. Come on. Right the way until it's going over Nova Scotia. Is that Nova Scotia? I'm looking at this St. Oh, I can't read that. But anyway, it's going there, down there. This is now New York, and it's going to land there in New York. There's New York Airport. So, oh no, it's not. It's going straight on there. Hold on, I've got the wrong way. There it is. That's New York. Is that New York? New York. I think it's great. So I watched them when they got on the plane. I could see how long it took for them before the plane to leave. It tells you when the plane's leaving, and it tells you it just tells you all sorts of things. So you can pick a town or a city, an airport rather, and it'll tell you what arrivals and departures are there, and what planes are on their way, you know, so what planes are about to take off. So I just think it's fantastic. So if I go back to, I spend hours on this. I actually sit, for example, the man across the road. The man across, oh, let me get my chair. The husband of the lady across the road, who I've told you about before, he's been to, where did he go to? It was, oh, do you know, I can't think of where, what is Alicante. he's been to Alicante with his son. She was stopping here, so the two, he went off from here. He walked down to the airport with his suitcase, and his son lives down in London, so his son must have gone from London. And the two were going, father and son were going to have a holiday in Alicante. So he got the plane down, and I was watching, watching the whole flight from when he got on the plane in here to when he got off in Alicante, and the other way around. When I knew he was coming back, I was tracking him. Not so much tracking him as in following him, but just enjoying the pleasure that that a plane was coming. You know, I could follow this plane, and so I thought it was really good. And so when you look at, say for example, over the whole of England, there are planes all over the place, and I can just, there's helicopters going. I can see helicopters there. There are light planes. There aren't. Oh, there's who's this coming up north? There's a couple of light planes, and sometimes it tells you where they're from and to. No, they're not saying anything about where they're from and to. But what you do is you tap on a plane. If you see a plane, there's a one there. Not telling me where it's going to. What about that one? Oh, they're all local flyers, I think, today. And there's the one. Nottingham to London. What's that one? Paris to Minneapolis. So there's the one there. Can you see there? That one in the red. It's the Paris, because it tells me at the bottom it's Paris, from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. And it's going to Minneapolis. So I can actually follow that if I wanted to. I think it's great. It's one of my pastimes. If I'm sitting and I've got nothing to do, I'll be sitting on my armchair, watching picking a particular plane and saying, right, I'm going to follow that one. It's going from Salzburg to Manchester, or that one there that's going to Marrakesh from London, or this one that's going to, where's the big one there? That one. What? Let's have a look at this big one. Big one there. London Heathrow to Chicago. So I could watch it all the way to Chicago. There's another one. London Heathrow to New York. And the thing I loved, we went to, years ago, his lordship and I went to Kew Gardens in London. And we had time, I think we'd done the whole tour of London. And we went to Kew Gardens, and we had a lot of time to spare. So we decided to stay in Kew Gardens on this bench. And I just lay horizontally on the back. We found this bench, an empty bench. And I lay horizontally like that. And I was going, oh, look at all, there's a plane going. And there's another one, and I was counting it. They're all going to Heathrow. And they were every 20 seconds you saw this plane go. We sat there and we're counting, 1, 2, 3. And it was every 20 seconds. And I just thought, isn't that amazing? There's a plane landing every 20 seconds. And no doubt there's a plane leaving every 20 seconds from London Heathrow. So the timing, I mean, people in the what do you call it? In the tower, they must have to spend all their time watching all these planes coming in and stacking them up. That's the other thing that I watched. When Barbara and John's plane got to Dubai, there was loads of planes around Dubai, and they were all trying to land. But what they do is they stack them up. They make them go around the circle and stack them up, and they all come in one at a time. I'm just absolutely fascinated by it. So if you really are keen on planes, which I am, to be fair, I'm not bothered about flying in them. I've got no wish to fly in them. But I think years ago, I used to go when the kids were old enough and they didn't want their mother around. And I had an afternoon spare. I used to go to Newcastle Airport, and I used to go up. They used to have a viewing roof, and I used to go up on the roof and watch the planes take off and land. I just thought it was great. And so I think it's just because I remember when my grandfather used to come from France in the early days, and Newcastle Airport was tiny. It was just a little wooden hut in the middle of a field. And they came off the plane, off this tiny little propeller shafted plane that came from Paris, and we had to walk across the grass to meet them. Whereas now it's got bigger and bigger, and you go to Newcastle Airport, it's massive now. Probably not by some of the standards in America, but by the UK standards, it's big. Anyway, so that was what I've spent a lot of time doing while John and Barbara had gone off to Australia. And now what else have we done? We've got the kitchen fitted. His lordship has organised a painter to paint the place. Did I tell you about what happened to the furniture? I think I have. We managed to finally get rid of the rest of the furniture that was in his mother's flat, and that it's now totally empty. Painter can't come until April, so it's going to be a long time before this flat gets rented out. Mother is fine, although since her dehydration headache, which a lot of you thankfully told me about, she's just gone into hospital again today because apparently her elbow hurts. The other day it was her knee was hurting. She is a bit of a drama queen, mind. His lordship's like that. He's a bit of a drama, not intentionally, but he loves the how can I say, she's a bit of a drama queen. When she's in pain, it's not oh that hurts, it's I'm in pain, oh it hurts, oh don't touch, oh. Whereas I would be saying, oh that hurts, that really hurts. His mother is in hospital at the moment, just apparently she's had x-rays. Her elbow's hurting her. We went to see her on Thursday. Her knee had been hurting her, and she had to, 2 days beforehand, she needed to be assisted to walk. When we went to see her, she was trotting around like Billy, or thoroughly, you know, everything was fine. So she seems to fall down, then suddenly bounces back up. So she's gone to hospital with this elbow that apparently is a little bit red, in total pain, wouldn't let anybody touch it. And she's gone there and they've x-rayed it, said there's nothing wrong, can't see anything, and I think they're on the way back. So the joys of being an old person. Anyway, what else do I want to tell you? Well, here is something that I was telling you about. This is the mat that I've been making this mat from the waterproof. It's the poncho by the Assembly Line poncho. Picture up there. It's a cheap fabric that I got before Christmas for £2.50 a metre from Pound Fabrics, and I bought two colours. If you remember, I bought that one there and I bought that one there. This one still hasn't been cut out, and I did promise somebody that I would do a sew along for that, and the one for that was, it's the Dibby Billy poncho dressing gown. It's really a dressing gown, but I'm going to do a poncho from it. DIBY, do it. DIBY Billy, whatever it is. DIBY, do it. Do it by yourself. I can't remember. But anyway, just after Christmas, I started cutting this out, and got so far, but I couldn't find my poppers, my plastic poppers. And so I couldn't get any further with it, and I looked and looked and looked, and I've been all around this place, and I did have a little book where I write everything down, but for some reason I hadn't written it down. I usually keep them up there. They're not up there in that corner, and I don't know where they've gone to. So in the end I just said, right, I'm going to get some more. So I got some more, and I was able to almost complete this. The only thing I haven't done is the cord. I've got the hole for the cord. I've just done a buttonhole. I've just done a buttonhole for the cord, and if you can see there, buttonhole there and there, so that the cord can go through there. That's the only thing that I haven't done yet. But I finally got the poppers for the sleeves and the poppers for the side. I didn't do it right. I did my usual thing of following the instructions, then thinking, oh, I can't be bothered to read these. I know what I'm doing. 72 years I've been doing this for so long, thinking, oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to read these instructions. I'm not really interested in that. And I think probably, I love PDFs, but the fact that if you print out the whole PDF, you print out a lot of paper. So I generally just print out the PDF pattern, and I save the rest on my laptop. I file it in a folder on a file folder. And so then if I wanted to read the instructions, I just go to the file. Well, I got my this out, and I was sewing, and I started following it on here, found the file, started looking at it. And then I think my battery was running out. That was it. My battery was running out. It was down to 1% of whatever. And I didn't have time to charge it, but I wanted to carry on. So I just thought, oh, put that away, go and charge it. Let's get on with it and do it myself. So, of course, I did it myself. I thought that the vents were at the front, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. So I did that. Oh, here's his lordship.
Hello.
Well, you have to look at them. No.
Hello. Hello. Hey, Munsters.
What's Munsters?
Thing.
No, it wasn't Munsters. It's the Adam family.
Adam's family, sorry.
Adam's family. Thing. Thing is here.
Thing.
Thing. What have you come in to tell me?
I've come in to imitate Thing. Hello, everybody.
Complete with beard. Complete with beard.
Yeah, laziness, really, or getting too tight to spend money on razors. Being retired and on a pension and stuff, you know, you've got to play the old git, haven't you? And most old gits have a grey beard, so I'll just sort of join in.
Right, so what did you come in to tell me?
That my mum's okay. She's.
Oh, I've just been telling them about it. Mum's okay.
She's got a swollen elbow, and they don't know why. It's either gout or an infection, so they're treating her for both, pending a blood test.
Oh, because then he was hurting so the other day, so it might be gout in all your joints.
Apparently that's where it gets you.
Yeah.
So we'll find out, and the home paid for the taxi there and back.
Oh, because they won't. He had to go and ask Gordon to go and take her. Because it would have been an hour and a half's journey for us to get down there, and an hour and a half. It'd been a bit of a time. There was time.
Well,
on it.
by the time I'd have got there, the pain would have probably gone off.
Knowing him, yes.
Yeah, she's. My mum was a member of a dramatics society, Takata Operatic Society, for a very long time, and she's really good at acting. Feel that! Oh! She's really
Who do
good.
I know that's like that? Who do I know?
No.
Who used to when he was packing boxes at work used to go, oh, I'm so exhausted.
Hang on, well, you know, I think to myself, I'm working really hard here. Somebody needs to know.
He's a real actor, aren't you, as well, like your mother.
Forsooth.
Forsooth.
That be I.
Right, so is that it? Are you gonna... So, where was I? Yes, I thought the splits went down the front and not the sides. And of course, when I did it with this, I hadn't put the poppers on, thank goodness. When I did, I thought, oh, that looks horrible. I don't like the way it lies. So then I thought, right, come on, go and have a look at the pattern instructions again. By which time this had been charged up. And I looked and I thought, oh, they're not at the front and the back, they're at the side. So I finally got these, I don't know if I'll have to stand up to let you see. I have the hood, I've got the pocket there, I've got the sleeves, 2 sleeves, and I have, don't know if you can see, there are the side seams. I've opened them up and re-sewn them down the sides, and these poppers are on the side here. Now what I did was, don't know if you can see, I thought I'd match the colour. So there, that's the little box at the top. That one doesn't open, that's just for decor. And I thought I'd match the colour to the flower. So that one's yellow, that one's a pinky red, that one's blue, that one's red. And on the other side, we have, where's the other side one? That's the one, this side. Oh yeah. Here. So this one on the top is, I should have done blue there. I've done pink. Then that one is red. That one is red again. And that one is white. So the buttons go down the side and they all pop open. like that, and so you've got a split down the side. I'll have to put it on and take a picture to let you see what it looks like. But and then on the cuffs, what I did on the cuffs was, if I put my hand in there to show you, on the cuffs I've done two lots. I've done one there where you can have it wider, and another one again there where I can have it wider again. But I've just got it so that it folds over one to there and match the colour to the, so that's a yellow one on there, and match the colour to there. So that's what I've done on there, on the sleeves. The pocket, I think it's meant to fold up into the pocket. So the pocket I need to put poppers, oh I just realised I've forgotten to put poppers on here. But the pocket has poppers on there. And then I think everything folds in, if you want to, everything can fold into the pocket. So that is the waterproof coat. I really like, now it's complete. I did go through a phase because I had done the wrong way, where I thought, oh, this is horrible. I don't know, you know, I'm not going to wear this, and I can't really be selling this. I'm not going to, I don't like it. I was thinking I don't like it. But actually, now it's all done properly, or nearly all done properly, because I've got the code to put on here. I'm really pleased with it. It'll be nice for us to wear in summer, in the summer rain. In the summer rain, probably when we go on holiday to Amble or whatever, and it's raining, I can take it with me. And the nice thing about this is it'll all pack flat, like that, into the pocket. I haven't done that in the pocket, but it just packs quite nice and flat. In fact, it'll probably go even smaller, so it won't take up that much room. So that's been done. Oh, I'll show you the dresses that I've made, the 3 dresses that I've made. Like I say, I was using, I've been using some fabric that I have. This is one of them. This is some fabric that I got just before lockdown. I was asked by a Chinese company if I could promote their fabric, which I did. I did a vlog about promoting their fabric, and it was nice fabric. It's like a shiny, don't know if you can see it there. It's got a shine. It's jersey. It's got a bit of a shine to it, but the fabric was lovely. And so that's that one. I've got my labels. I put my labels onto this fabric backing, shishu, and on here I just got these back the other day. I've had to put 16 on. It's got a daisy on the top, and it says handmade, created with love, 100% created, 100% worthy, 100% unique. And I just thought that was rather nice. So I've got my fabric label, and there you go. It's all ready. It's all dressed up and nice, and I've done this differently. I was doing it so that it went through the bottom here. I've now done it differently. I put the tie through so that it folds right through that opening there. So you've got this little opening where the actual fabric crosses over, and I think that makes it slightly better. So that's that one. This one is a favourite of mine, and that is this one here, a blue one. This is a blue soft peach skin type fabric. It's got a gorgeous feel. I'm running out of battery, so hang on. This one is a peach skin. Beautiful fabric. I don't know where I got this from, but it's I've got enough to make another skirt, another dress. I think I bought 5 meters. I still need to unpick the sides there, the gathering stitches there. But it's lovely on. I'll put some pictures up of me what they look like when they're worn. I did do a green cotton jersey, which is lovely, but the green cotton jersey, yes, you're not high enough. Put you there. I did do a green cotton jersey as well, which I'll put a picture up, which is lovely. This is polyester jersey, which it's got the spring in it, but it bounces back. The green cotton jersey, which is very similar to this last one that I'm going to show you, it stretches. The weight of it pulls it down. So although they're all the same length, the green one has dropped really low. So I think that that's just a feeling of cotton jersey, because the green one is a very fine t-shirty type of jersey, and it just, the weight of it just makes it drag a bit, it makes it drop a bit. And lastly, this is the one I did the sew along to, and this was some jersey that I had. This looks lovely on, really nice. Not much to tell you, except, as I say, because it's a heavy jersey, because it's a heavy weight, it pulls it quite down, which I don't mind because it makes it longer and it's actually quite nice. But for me, the length almost goes down to my ankles. Might take it up a bit more, you never know. But it's lovely, it's turned out really nice. So that's a lot of dresses I've been making. I also told you that I was going to be making the lyric dress, which I did. The fabric that I used was some maroon type of viscose. Not liking it. Not liking it. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. There's something about it, just I don't know, I think it's the colour. It's a drab colour for me. That's not, although these are my colours. There's a teal, there's a fuchsia, and here's the man with the coffee.
Coffee?
Thank you very much. Appreciated.
Muff.
Muff?
Muff.
Muff. He's muffed. He's muffed. It's got the teal, it's got fuchsia pink, it's got turquoise in it, but I don't know, it just felt drab. I also felt that the dart on the front, even before I put the skirt on, I thought the dart on the front needed pulling in some more, which I did. I took it in some more, and even when I'd finished it, it just seems to hang. And I don't know, there's something about it I just don't like. So, will I make it again? Probably not, because I don't know, there's just something, I can't put my finger on it, but it's probably one that I'm not going to make again. To be honest, I made something similar years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, which I never actually showed you, and it was a dress that was very similar with a V, buttons down, and it gathered at the back. It gathered at the back, and I think it gathered at the front. And the gathers, obviously, because I'm like that. I'm like a real hourglass. I put some weight on, I really need to lose it. But I go out and then in and then out. And the out bit just gathers, just make the out bit even worse. And so I don't know, there's just something about it that's just not working for me. I'll put a couple of pictures up to let you see. I just felt a bit drab. It doesn't match my personality, I think. So, and especially when I've done a Lecala pattern to my body measurements, and I feel that fits me and looks better than that one, than the Lyra dress. I'll put a picture of the one up there, of the one that I made to Lecala. I'd much prefer that one. So, bought some silk scarves on eBay, and brand new ones, And I thought, I'm quite fun. Well, they weren't silk, they were silk satin. And I don't know if I've got one here to show you. Have I got one here? There's one there. I bought 3, I think it was. Silk satin scarves. They're like that. This is one of them. I think it was about £5, £4 or £5. And I thought it was quite nice. Not massive size, but nice. Will it go with this? Put that around. I love in the winter. I do like something around my neck as a scarf, just to keep my neck warm. But then I thought I was going to bid on somebody who had a silk one, and the silk one was about £30, and I thought that was second hand. I thought there's no way I'm bidding £30 on one. And anyway, my daughter had given me a silk scarf. My daughter used to work for one of the universities, Surrey University, and one of her bosses was Chinese, and he presented all the staff with silk scarves. And she said, "Mum, do you want this silk scarf? I don't really want it." And I said, "Don't you?" I said, "You know how much they are? Do you know what it's lovely." So she gave it to me, and I think she'll probably get it back later on when she's now starting to, she's 48 now, and she says, "I'm starting to like the more mature things like the pearl necklaces and the scarves and things." So she might end up raiding my box and taking half my scarves away. But and she's already asked for half my jewellery, so I've sent her some jewellery down. And she says that the daughters were grabbing some of the earrings, she was having some of the jewellery, some of the necklaces and things. She says, "Oh, lovely, there's only one we didn't like." And the one they didn't like was one I didn't like either. It was a cross, but it was a mother of pearl type thing. It wasn't very pretty. So anyway, I've been wearing the silk scarf that she gave me. But then I thought, I wonder if I could buy some silk and make a scarf. Well, I bought some silk, and this is it. I've finished all the edge of it. I liked this. I thought this was rather a nice colour. And this is a full width. It's actually bigger than a square, so if I folded it from the triangle to triangle, you'll see there. I've actually finished the edges. Well, not finished the edges. I've overlocked the edges, but you can see there's that much difference when I've gone triangle to triangle. There, hold on, how much difference is there? There's about that much difference. So I could make a square, and I could make a long one, but the only downside is because it's not a proper silk, it's not really meant to be scarf silk. It's got the pattern on one side and it's got white on the other. So what I could do is make a triangular square that I can do it into a square, but have it so that you can't open it up into a square. You make it into a triangle, and then I could wear it around my neck that way. And then again I started thinking, make a nice blouse. But it's shiny, and shiny fabrics on bumpy bodies don't go well. So I think it'll be made into a scarf. So I got that one. That's one that I got. So that might be made into a scarf. In fact, I've got a great pattern that I fancy showing you to make. And the other one was this, which was a silky pattern that I got from eBay. Lovely pinks and roses. So the same thing, I've finished off the edge. So I'm going to do something with those, and then I can wear them around my neck. And I thought it'd be quite nice, that. So I've got 2 scarves there, that one and the other one. Where have I put that one? Those 2 there. So the scarves, the coat I've told you about. I also made a jumper. I also made a jumper from some fabric that I had, and the pattern that I used was, where's the pattern? It was on here. Well, do you have times like that where when you can't find something? I've had it here and it's disappeared and I can't find it now. I had a pattern. It's not in my pattern box. It's not here. I've looked under all my fabric that I've got piled there. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I made a top. and I got it, I think, I'm not sure if I got it from Minerva, the fabric, but I don't like the fabric. When it came I didn't like it. It's a jersey, but I think they call it bamboo jersey or something. It's like a very, it's got a bumpy feeling to it. Can you see it? And it's, although it's a jersey, it's very thin jersey. And I liked the pattern on. I thought it was great, the pattern. So I thought I'd make a jumper from it. And so the pattern I use, which I can't find, well, I'll put it up there. I've made them before, and it said, I'd written on the packet, make sure you do the smallest size because it's a big pattern. So I cut the smallest size. And it wasn't until I'd cut the smaller size that I realised they have a seam down the front, and I couldn't fathom out why they have a seam down the front. But the fact that they had a seam down the front makes it, I don't know, it just doesn't lie properly, I don't think. I've tried pressing it, but it just doesn't, it's not, I'm getting bumps on the way down with this bamboo, with this fabric. And I had enough to, it's got sleeves in it. It's got sleeves like that, but I had enough to make a little polo neck to it. So what I did was, since I had these poppers, I made poppers around the edge. Can you see the poppers around the edge? Grey, black, and on the back grey. And I made a roll neck and put the poppers on the roll neck, and so I could have it either without the neck on or with the neck. And I'll show you a video of me wearing that. It's nice. I'll get my wear out of it. I will wear it, but it's not it's one of those fabrics that when you've ordered online and it comes, you think, oh, that's not what I expected it to be like. And I've kept it on my shelf a long time. I do love the pattern. I love that. I think it's lovely. It would be nice if it was thicker. It seems to, because it's thin, it hangs a bit. It hangs floppy. And I don't like the fact that it's hanging floppy. So yeah, not my favourite pattern. And to be honest, I'll probably put another note on that pattern saying don't make it again, because if I remember rightly, the last time I made a couple I wasn't impressed by the pattern itself. So I'll put that up and let you see. You can see that video in a minute what that's like. Cup of tea, drink. Now you might also remember this one. This is a bought shirt that I got. And you might also remember that I said I quite fancied making new collars, different collars that you could put on this. So I did make buttonholes in it. And then suddenly, having the poppers, I thought, oh, what about poppers? So I've made poppers. And I've done it along the line, along there. So that kept the green poppers on there. And I've done pink ones on here, so that I could wear this shirt with the poppers on, with a popper collar. And I'll put it on. I'll put it on it's over the top of here, but you'll get an idea what it looks like. And there you go, with this collar. So I thought, I've got lots of fat quarters. I want to make a quilt, and I've got some great ideas for quilts. I'm going to have to tilt you up a bit. I've got some great ideas for quilts, but I thought I could also make collars for shirts. So watch this space for that. Oh, I've missed showing you another one that I may have done. Can't remember if I showed you this one. I'll take this off here like that. This is a shirt that I'm making, and I made a turquoise one with like this before. It needs a good press on this, down this front panel here, which I'm about to do now. Bit annoyed because I actually had a long sleeve with cuffs. I cut the cuffs, I cut the sleeves, and then I got distracted. And I can't remember how I got distracted, but I ended up doing something else with a piece of fabric. Think, what did I need it for? I can't even remember what I got distracted by. But when I looked, I had a front and a back and I couldn't find my sleeves. I didn't have any. I'd used the sleeves fabric and I'd cut the collar pattern from it. So what I had left was only enough fabric to make a very short sleeve yet again. And it's just this is actually some fabric that I got on eBay, and I think it's meant to be a tablecloth. It came from China. It's meant to be a tablecloth. It's get a bit closer, let you see if I can focus in. It's like a linen, and I think yeah, it's like but I like the colour of it. I thought it was quite nice. Turn you around the other side to let you see there. That's the back of it. Ooh. So I quite like that. Oh, it's hard to turn the dummy around. Anyway, I've got the buttons and buttonholes to put on. I'm debating whether to put them on or whether just to have them like an open jacket, so that, you know, you could wear it just like a jacket as if you don't have buttons. Watch the space on that. And underneath is another one of those Donelle dresses in a lovely purple colour. I think I may have shown you this one. This is a purple. It's like a really deep platinum purple. It's gorgeous. Not for me because it shows too many bumps and bulges. A pattern is better for me, but that would look lovely on someone. Really, really nice. Really nice. I think that would go down well for the charity or something. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you and catch you next time. Bye.